This party you must have had last night.
Oh, strictly none of the holiday. It's the kids. If I left it to them, we'd all disappear under a pile of empty bottles.
What a way to go, eh? Hey, Elsie. What does this remind you of?
Oh, wait a minute. It's on the tip of my tongue. Don't tell me. What? Chad.
There's not many of us remember that, you know.
We're daft. You only have to be my age to remember that.
That's what I mean.
Are you asking for a clout round the ear?
Hey, steady on. You're in enough trouble, you are.
Who is?
You are, clobbering that little kid.
Oh, him.
Never mind, though, him. You can get into a lot of trouble nowadays, you know, clobbering kids around the ear hole.
Look, she's got a damn cheek if she really has reported me.
From what I gather, she has got a damn cheek.
She's got a cheeky son and all, and she knows it. He's vindictive. You give him an inch and he takes a yard, I'll tell you that much. Well, what's up? I'm right, aren't I?
I'll see. I'd say you talk of the devil, but I don't think he'd like you.
Mrs. Howard,
Yes?
could I have a word? Private.
I'll see you later.
Who sent you? That Pierce woman?
Not exactly. The sergeant sent me. She put the complaint in. Incidentally, she got a bit mixed up about the name. Didn't seem to know if it was Howard or Tanner.
I like to be known as Tanner, but legally it's Howard.
Oh, well then, let's keep it legal then, shall we, eh?
Look, you're a very nice-looking lad, and it's very pleasant chatting to you, but I've got an awful lot of work to do. So, has she put me in court, or hasn't she?
Now, you're getting it wrong again, Mrs. Howard. We decide that. I've been told...
So, would you mind telling me?
You are impatient, aren't you? You can't wait to hear that cell door clanging.
Yeah, well, I'd like to get me washing done first.
Bear with me, eh? Just 1 or 2 points. Now then, this lad, Jason Pierce, he gave you a load of cheek, did he?
More than my own son ever did, and that's saying somewhat.
And what did you do to your own son?
I clouted him round the ear hole and all. Not that I can ever say it did him much good.
Nothing suits everybody.
Now, look, unless you're thinking of stopping and helping me with me ironing, in which case you can chat as long as you like, am I in court or am I not?
I doubt it. I've just got to ask 1 or 2 questions, and if I get the right answers, I don't think we'll be bothering you again.
Well, let's hope I get the right answers.
I shouldn't worry too much. I'll help you out. That's what I've been told.
Hasn't Mummy cooked it nice for you? Oh, dear.
I thought you were supposed to be picking that roll of cable up from Miller's.
I am. Won't run away, will it?
Neither will you, a bit lucky you. You don't look as if you've got a run in you. Tracy, will you talk to your idle dad?
I'm not idle, I'm just disgusted.
Well, talk to your disgusted dad,
I
then.
wouldn't mind if the cash was coming in, but what are we doing? Converting that back place for the cabin?
Well, it's got to be done, Ray.
Yeah, maybe when we've knocked a bit off that debt, but not now. I wish I'd stuck to that cowboy plumbing lark. There's a mint of money out there for the picking, and here am I putting up shelves for flaming records.
Well, I'd rather you were doing that than conning old ladies.
Yeah, well, if I don't, some other cowboy will. What's so different about us? You could do with a few fivers in your hand, couldn't you?
Not like that, Ray. I mean, charging widows 30 quid for putting a washer on. If that's the only way I can get new stir carpet, I'd rather do without.
Are you telling me if I chucked a mink coat at you, you'd chuck it back?
Oh, that's different. I was talking about stir carpet.
With all the flaming same.
Oh, belt up, Ray. You're a right flaming misery these days. Hey, why can't you look on the bright side for once in your life? All it needs is for Conrad to come up with a new developer and you're back on that job. I mean, anything might happen.
Ah, pigs might fly.
Oh, get flying then.
I don't have to mix these up, do I? I can have 24 pictures of old Blue Eyes up, can't I?
Oh, I shouldn't have thought it was very businesslike.
Who wants to be businesslike? I screamed my head off at him, and before you start, I was only 3 at the time.
Oh, do you know, some of these are very rude.
What did he say?
Well, I'm not repeating it. I wouldn't care, but it's for your grandma. And my grandmother'd have a fit if I sent her one of these.
I didn't know you had a granny.
I haven't.
How could she have a fit, then?
Oh, stop picking on me. I mean, if I had have had one.
Morning.
Morning.
Where is he then?
He's gone for a pair of shoes. He'll be here.
Oh, great. I get the rounds of houses from my missus for being 5 minutes late.
Mavis, tell him he's lovely. She don't think you're lovely.
Stop it, Rita.
Well, what do you think?
All right.
Oh, stop jumping up and down. He's going to do a bomb. And if he doesn't, I'll murder Ken Barlow.
Do you mind? It was my idea.
All right, I'll murder you then. Come to think of it, though, I don't care if we make a profit or not. Out's better than watching Stan Ogden gnaw his way through a bacon butty.
Hello. I'm not, but you didn't hear me.
Oh, we're too busy rowing. What can I do for you?
And if she can't help, anything I can do?
Listen, he's married with a little girl.
Yeah, they all are. Can you change this for 4 ones of pounds worth of silver?
Oh, maybe so. Put float in.
I'll get it.
Oh, records, eh?
Yeah, record.
Might be in if I can last out with PD.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom,
Thanks, kid.
Wish us luck at starting your job today.
Thought I hadn't seen you before. Good luck.
Thanks.
Where are you starting?
Dawson's the calf. I'm serving there. Thanks for the change.
Well, of all the flaming cheek. First of all, he pinches our customers. Now she comes in and pinches change to go with them. I bet Dawson put her up to that. He's got the nerve of the devil, that one.
Don't forget what I told you. If anybody asks for chocolate biscuits and we've still got cream cakes, take 'em the cakes and crack on your daft.
Come again?
Biscuits keep, don't they? Cream cakes don't.
Oh, yeah.
Put the float in the till, love. I shall spend all day running for change.
Take no notice of him. If they're asked for chocolate biscuits, they'll get chocolate biscuits.
Well, I would think that was more honest.
Never mind more honest, it makes more sense. Look, if there's cream cakes left at closing time, we'll get to take 'em home. I'm not that daft.
See the time?
10:30.
Yeah, no. No, Hilda. I'll swing for her one of these days. She knows we're short-handed.
This place could do with a bit of a once-over.
It can go on wanting. I found places in that bar that a duster's never seen for donkey's years. I'm blowed if I'm doing the living quarters. You enjoy 'em, you clean 'em.
Fellas don't clean.
They make enough muck. So go on, get cracking. It wouldn't do you any harm.
And what if I did? You'd only follow me around doing it all again, wouldn't you?
I'll do her job when I get her pay and not before.
Right, I'll have a word with her ladyship minute she's back.
I don't want the cleaning job regular.
I know, but if Mrs. Walker docks Hilda's pay for not turning in and you do the work, you get the money. Right?
Yeah, right.
Right, get the kettle on.
Phew, you get away with murder, you lot. If only Eve had clouted Adam a couple of times in the Garden of Eden, we'd have you lot doing all the skivvying.
Go on, you know you love us.
What do you want?
I'm dancing.
Might be dancing where you come from. Now a street that were clodhoppering.
It's clodhopping, not clodhoppering.
Well, whatever it is you're doing it, at your age.
It wasn't my idea, this record, like, you know. It was hers, so don't start coming naughty with me.
Do you mind?
I do flaming mind. Look, if we're going to make a go of this, let's put a smile on our faces and make a go of it, eh? We're all in this together.
We didn't all of us get us into this trouble, did you? You two can take the credit for that. And you keep out of it, it's not do with you. Both of you larking about like overgrown kids. Who was it walked into that hotel job in first place? Who stored 3,000 quid worth of equipment in an uninsured fire trap?
Hey, steady on. That's past and done with.
It might be to you, it's not to me. I've got to stand here every day watching folk walking all over us. Him next door laughing his socks down, running to town hall telling tales, starting all this rubbish, and all you can do... Oh, for God's sake, at your age!
Oh, I'll go after her. She's a...
You're a rum lot, aren't you?
Yes, we are. And your lot don't make us much better.
They're under 11. There's nothing you can do. It smells the parents. I don't want to get to 7.
Oh, hello, Fred. Now, here's the fella. Here, put us straight.
What are you having?
I'll have a half, please.
Right.
Well, I'll put you straight about what? The Pierce boy, the one that Elsie had to go at. Right, now, technically, that's an assault, right?
Oh, yeah, you can't go around walloping kids these days, more's the pity.
Oh, now you surprised me saying that. I thought you'd been on the other side.
Yeah, a few years ago I would have been.
Not now, eh?
Well, I think we're giving the soft approach a fair trial. I mean, if we created a decent society, great.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah, look around. The funny thing is, I can't find anybody who doesn't feel the same way.
Then why is it still happening? I mean, why is Elsie waiting for the police to come around?
They've been this morning.
Eh? What do you mean they've been? Is that right? You've had the fuzz now?
Don't worry, they're still on our side.
What did I say? I mean, who is on their side, for Pete's sake?
Well, I don't know.
Where the hell have you been? I've been looking high and low for you.
Couldn't have looked all that far.
Well, this is the last place I expected to find it.
Why? We can turn to booze just like you fellas.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, you know very well what's up. All the things we were going to do, all the places we were going to go, and look at us, up to our ears in debt, scrounging round for any scruffy job we can lay his hands on, made laughing stocks by every Tom, Dick and Harry in the neighbourhood. I'll tell you straight, I wanted something better than this. That girl this morning was just the last straw.
I know, I should have been there, though. And I should have told him what I thought of him and all.
And
Again.
another thing, I don't like them new shoes.
It was that daft joke. You're always tying your flaming shoelaces.
Oh, yeah. Betty, give him a drink. I might as well keep him in booze or keep him in everything else. That's right, isn't it?
Thank you, love. Hello, love.
Hello, is Freddie in?
Oh, he'll be back in a minute. He just popped out. Hey, Betty, who is that? I've seen her around somewhere.
Some old flamer, Fred's. Lives at the back of the GPO.
Well, I knew he was keen to get married so he could get a pub, but I didn't know he was that desperate.
Why don't you grab him?
I'm not that desperate either.
Hello, Wendy, love. You're looking a bit under the weather. What's up?
Oh, nothing, just, you know, my husband has been up to his tricks again.
Oh, what have I always said? You'd have been far better off with me, you know. Anyway, stop here. I'll go and get you a drink.
He's a lovely man, isn't he? Pardon? Freddie G is a lovely fella. Strong yet gentle, don't you think? I'm telling you, them were her very words. He's a lovely fella, strong yet gentle.
Strong yet gentle. She sounds like a twopenny novelette.
I'm not surprised. You see them romances and love stories, she must get through 3 of them a week.
For heaven's sake, where did he find her?
Well, he must have been well drunk at times.
Blind drunk, if you ask me. Oh, whoops, I'm late again. Save me next month, will you?
OK, we'll do.
Don't Mavis, can't stop, I'm late. Oh, you're back.
I am, and what did I find? Place closed up, custom going to dogs.
Told you had to go out at lunchtime. I had no idea where you got to.
Well, all right, I'm back. All's well that ends well. Every cloud has a silver lining. Happy days are here again.
All right, is it?
If you mean am I still married to him, yes, I am. Just.
Do fly off the handle, don't you?
Ever since I were a kid, my dad used to belt me rotten for it.
When I were little, I couldn't say boo to a goose.
We don't change much, do we?
Come on, lads, let's have you. Yeah, back to the building site. Ta-ra, lads. By heck, we'll have some skew whiff houses built this afternoon.
I'll get the chairs up. You'll
Yeah.
give the floor a brush. We've had a right scruffy lot in.
Yeah, right.
Well, shut, love, just this minute.
I've not come for a drink. I've left him. I've had it up to here, honest. Comes home this dinner time and I put a lovely plate of hot pot in front of him. Left it in oven while I come here. He takes one look at it, gets up and walks out. Well, you can take so much. And there's a breaking point in every woman's life, a time to say farewell. So I packed my bags and I walked out. I've left him outside.
Hey, you can't do that.
He's a good man.
He thinks you might get them pinched.
There you are, good. You don't know what it's like to have somebody to turn to. A welcoming haven in a stormy sea. Can I have my bill, please? Here, the till. You enjoy it? Yeah, very nice, thank you. You got a right one there. It's just her way. Is it your half day? Yes, that's right. I'm just off to the pictures. Saturday Night Fever for the 3rd time. John Travolta. Oh, ta-ra. Bye.
I was going to say she didn't leave a tip, but she did. There's crumbs all over the table.
Well, perhaps if you'd been a little more pleasant, she'd have left one.
What does she expect for a cup of tea and a toasted tea cake?
What do you expect?
Whose side are you on?
It's not bad for day one.
The barm cakes have gone well, especially the ham. I was going to say they went like hot cakes.
I should think they did and all. Still, it's a shrewd move. Word'll go round. Don't cut it down too fast, just a bit each day for the first 2 or 3 days. We don't want them noticing. The ham content, love, the ham content. You can't go on serving them like that, can you?
But surely it must build up goodwill.
Oh, sure, for the first 2 or 3 days. After that, it eats into your profits. You weren't going to go on selling them like that, were you? And here's me giving you credit for a bit of common sense. Come on, love, use it.
First time you've worked in a place like this, is it?
Yes.
Never mind. Give you time, you'll be as bent as the rest of us. Well, you've got to make a living, haven't you?
All right, is it?
Could I have another spoonful of sugar?
Help yourself, love.
Sweets for the sweet, as they say.
How about your hubby? Won't he be out looking for you?
Not this afternoon. He's training. He wouldn't give that up for anything.
Training?
Factory team, where he works. Rugby league. He played loose forward for Wigan in his younger days.
Oh, great.
Nobody thinks more of them lads than what he does of me. That's what I've been. A wife in name only.
Well, work waits for no man. We better get that bar cleaned up, or Mrs. Walker will have a go at us when she gets back.
Oh, is she away?
Yeah, she's with her daughter for a day or two.
Oh, I could stay here then, couldn't I?
Well,
And there were me wondering where to turn. I'd have gone to my mother's, but we ain't sight of each other. She's always blamed me for what happened to my stepfather. I could write a book.
look, hang on here a minute, will you? We'll think of something. You daft devil.
How did I know? How did I know she wanted to stay here?
She said she'd know where to turn. Use your malum.
Look, she's a pal of yours, so don't you take it out on me. You she came to see, you get rid of her.
How can I? You know what she's like. She's balmy.
Should knock around with balmy women then, should you? How did you get to come to meet her in the first place?
Yeah, I don't know. I were half cooked one night at Legion, weren't I? Pal of mine and his wife brought her. Her husband were on night, so I took her home. She didn't look too bad after 8 pints.
We've something to answer for working in here.
Well, she did all the running. Going on about fate, now her husband don't understand her. She wanted the love of a good man.
Seen a fair bit of her then. I mean, it's not the first time she's been in here after you.
Have I eckers like? I got all that the first night on her doorstep. 2 words from me and she'd have come away from him then.
And you don't know him?
I don't know her all that well.
You wouldn't think so to listen to her.
Well, that's what I'm saying, innit? I mean, she gets intimate very easy. I don't mean that. I mean, you've only got to say hello, love, and she thinks you're flipping proposing.
Yeah, well, there are women like that, aren't there? I mean, you've got to be able to spot them, especially when their husbands play rugby league.
Oh, don't rub it in.
Listen, I'm only warning you. When me and Cyril lived in Failsworth, we had a young milkman. He was never without a black eye. Do you know, there wasn't a ha'porth of harm in that lad, but he couldn't resist putting his arms round the ladies and telling us how lovely we all were. Well, some of them were bound to take it serious, and so were their husbands. I mean, my Cyril nearly had a go at him once. Hey, poor lad. Never a week went by without he had a shiner.
What's that got to do with me?
Oh, you're like that. I mean, you're a bit of a cuddler on the quiet. Come on, admit it. You didn't just take her home that night, now did you?
Well, I did give her a bit of a kiss. I told you. I were drunk.
Was she? That kiss is coming home to roost.
Are them two showing any signs of buying out?
They've been in there over half an hour.
That's what comes of giving them too much to look at.
Well, shall I go and see if I can help?
No, they'll be all right, love. They know what they're doing.
Oh, it's very quiet, isn't it?
Yes, love.
Do you sell birthday cards?
Yes, we do. Any one particular kind?
Yeah, it's for the girlfriend.
All right. Far end of the rack at the top side.
So,
I hope we don't get oily finger marks all over them cards.
Oh, most are in cellophane.
Well, not all of them are.
Oh, we can't ask him to take his hands off, can we?
No. Oh, it's a worry, isn't it, keeping a shop?
It is. You know, if it weren't for damn customers, we'd be all right.
Oh, but we've had a very different sort of clientele in today, you must admit. I mean, look at those Hell's Angels this morning. We've never had Hell's Angels in before.
Oh, they were lovely. Especially that little chubby one that bought that Vera Lynn LP.
Oh, I'm covered all over with swastikas.
I don't know what they are. Give him 3 years and he'll be pushing a pram down the street. You won't be able to tell him from your Derek. Sorry, ex-Derek.
Well, I didn't like him.
Well, that's you, isn't it? You'd turn your nose up at Archbishop of Canterbury.
I'll take that one, please.
I hate to tell you, £1.50.
Yeah, all right.
There we are, love.
So,
Hi.
We didn't even give him a bag.
Where on earth did they get all the money from?
Heaven knows. If a boyfriend of mine had spent money on me like that, I'd have dropped court leg.
Hey, I wonder what he gives her for a present.
That's probably it. Hey, come on, look at time. I'll buy you a lemonade.
Oh, that'll be a nice change.
Cheeky. What are we doing? Them two are still there. We're closing. You! We're closing.
Have you ever been married?
Yeah, once or twice.
Oh, you'll know what they're like then.
Well, I know they're all different.
In little ways, yes. Not in the deeper emotions. Deceive us all. That's husbands, deceive us all.
Well, yes.
He's a lovely man. You know, don't you, when Mr. Right comes along?
Oh, you do. I've known 3 or 4 times.
I could make a go of it with Freddie. I know I could. And I think he feels the same way.
Are you sure?
Is the heart ever sure?
She's never taken her flaming eyes off me.
No counting for taste.
Look, it's help I'm after, Betty. Not cracks like that. I can't get rid, can I?
She can't stay here.
Well, try telling her that. Look, Betty, you're a good night, yeah. How about you stopping here tonight? Chaperoning me, you know.
Oh, no. I'm not that much of a good un.
Give him a pint, Betty, love.
OK.
How's the record business then? Making your fortune?
Flaming hard work, I can tell you.
Ah, shut up at the last count. We sold 2, hadn't we? What did 1?
Yeah, but is there any talent getting in?
This, Mavis, what more do you want?
He can't think. Here, talking of birds, is that a bit of stuff over there with us?
You mean the tank corsage?
Well, I was thinking more of a Russian shot butter.
That's the one, yeah. That's a...
Oh, blimey, where'd he get her from?
Well, they didn't find her in a cracker, I can tell you that.
Like I always say, fellas get birds they deserve.
Well, God help us. He must have been a bad one.
Remember that Bet Davis picture when Paul Hendry lit 2 cigarettes and gave her one?
Oh, I do, yes.
Freddie did that with me the first time we met. I can see him now. He took all skin off his lips, bless him.
I said I'd have a word with Mrs. Walker. This is all the thanks I get. Well, it's the last flipping time, I'm telling you, Betty, now.
What do you want? Somebody to stop the night with the pair of you? Is that all?
Of course it is. I'll get rid of her first thing in the morning.
Right, I'll stay, but look, get her upstairs and out the way before she gets the pair of us the sack.
Right.
Sure.
I'll have to go. Freddie wants me. Tomorrow is another day.
And Wendy's husband doesn't leave things to lie tomorrow night in Coronation Street. Next tonight, a few ruffled shirts and plenty of ruffled feathers in The Comedians.